is another gay horror pod with Stuart Ross and Jesse Tabbitt.
Yeah.
We're recording.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I was like, I have my notes up. Hi, Stuart.
Hi, Jesse.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so actually good because today we're talking What Lies Beneath parentheses 2000, which is honestly maybe an underrated thriller. I feel like in the gay community, rated
Yes.
Rated properly.
Yeah.
Generally underrated.
Yeah.
But
What Lies Beneath tried to say pop music, and y'all paid her dust.
I love this movie. I'm so excited to talk about it.
No, we're continuing our season of The Hitch, which is our sort of Alfred Hitchcock and movies that are thematically linked to Alfred Hitchcock movies. We're in a weird place because both of our first four movies, which is Rear Window, Vertigo, this, and Body Double, both What Lies Beneath and Body Double are very influenced by both Rear Window and Vertigo.
You know what? I didn't, before you chose What Lies Beneath, I didn't really connect any of the Hitchcock references.
And then watching it, you're like, oh shit.
Watching it and also looking up, I'm going to spout some fun facts shortly, but holy shit, this is like very much Hitchcock influenced, which is exciting. Yeah, for sure.
Before we hop in, how's your life going?
My life is going okay, I'd say. I think as good as it can, just considering the state of the world.
Yeah. It does really feel like the world's on fire.
It feels like we're kind of headed toward the end times.
Yeah.
But listen, we've got movies.
We got movies.
And we've got some good movies. I think it's going to be a good year for horror.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good year for TV.
Hopefully.
I don't know what I'm
saying. Hopefully.
Well, I think if it's a bad year, we're going to not love that.
We'll just watch movies. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of shows that I've watched recently that have been like horror centric.
I really liked it.
You did like it. I didn't finish it, but I was into it when I was watching.
Yeah. I was saying yesterday, I was like, I found myself in a place where for TV, I just watch reality. And then if I'm going to watch something scripted, I watch a movie. Which I go in and I mean, I'm a big TV boy. I'm just not super dialed in right now, which is fair.
Have you dialed into the new season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Not yet. And I've heard it's not good.
Oh,
I've heard it's mostly dad talk, and that's not where my interests lie.
Well, at least not as it pertains to reality TV.
No, I mean, dad scruff. I'm into dad talk. I'm not. I think men should be on our gay sex apps and not on social media. Straight men.
Straight men. Got it. Yeah, copy that.
No, I will watch it eventually. I just started a new job, and it is not a place where I will often watch TV at work. I'm I am a multitasker, born and raised, but I am in a bullpen right now, so
that's
I can't
impressive.
Watch Secret Lives of Work.
So you can watch something while simultaneously. Okay,
I'm
can't
actually
do that.
Better at my job usually.
It's
specific
cool.
things. If I'm like doing something where I have to generate stuff, I can't. If I'm writing a little bit or like making a calendar or something like that, I have to really focus and like listen to music. But if I'm like checking, a lot of my job is just checking other people's work. And if I'm checking other people's work, I can just have something on.
I'm jealous. I can't even do that. I have YouTube on, and maybe like I'll have like lo-fi on, or like maybe someone talking about video games. But like if it's something scripted, I get sucked in too easily. I can't.
Yeah.
Well,
for me, it's like I will often watch something I've already watched. When I was on Station 19, I watched 4 seasons of 24. Because I was like, I've already watched it. It's very repetitive.
It's your comfort show.
They update you when they come back from commercial break. They're like previously on the last act of 24, because it's just like
that's
always
crazy.
It's not like that, but it's always like Jack being like, okay, so here's the situation. We've got this and we got this and we got this. And I'm like, oh, broadcast TV used to really have to tell you what was happening because if you walked away, you couldn't pause.
That's really a sign of our times now, because we've talked about this before, but like Netflix produces things with people on their phones in mind.
But we've always been doing that.
But we've kind of, that's real. So 24 was maybe ahead of its time.
Yeah, but I think all TV used to just be like a little repetitive in case you went to the bathroom too long between commercial break, or the pizza came and you had to go get the pizza, or like it just was all built around distractions.
Yeah.
And just we have a different kind of distraction now. And also the problem is Netflix is making movies which are not built around distraction, and they're now building, but TV's always been built around being maybe not the number one thing you're watching. I have to give a tooth update from last week.
Oh yeah, please.
Because last week we were recording and I was missing a huge chunk of my tooth. Do you not remember this?
I know, I do remember that. I'm hoping you're going to say something that's optimistic.
I have a temporary tooth.
Okay.
They had to give me a full crown.
Okay.
And so like immediately after recording last week, I had to go to the dentist for 4 hours, and they whittled down. Yeah. They whittled down my tooth and put a temporary tooth on top of it. And soon I'm going to have a real new tooth.
I'm actually kind of upset. Well, first of all, congratulations. That's exciting. And I'm upset that you're not in full veneers this morning.
I'm paying for that one molar, and I cannot afford a full set of chompers.
Just like full ass veneers. You're like,
I went to. They're like $1,000 a tooth.
Well, in Turkey, maybe not.
Yeah, if I needed a hair transplant, I would go to Turkey and get new teeth and a hair transplant.
Really? I kind of feel like, knock on wood, that I am not going to need a hair transplant in the next couple of years. But I feel like I would just. I'm someone who's kind of a fan, both for myself and for other people. I'm a fan of buzz cuts, so I'd probably just get a buzz cut, shave my head. I also think men need to really embrace sort of like slick toupees, not literally slick, but like I'm definitely
they're called hair systems,
hair pieces, systems. Yeah, I'm really a fan of the corner of TikTok. There's a couple of stylists who are so talented that they've dedicated their brand to like putting on hair systems for men, and they look so fucking good. And I'm like, why are we flying to fucking Turkey and risking everything?
Just be bald. Just be bald.
Just be bald.
Bald guys are hot.
Bald guys,
like, I don't understand. Like,
hot.
Just be bald.
I saw a bald guy at the gym the other day. It was a busy night. Hottest guy in the gym. Guy in the gym.
Because
hottest
it's like the confidence to just work with what you were given.
It's
just be bald.
Yes, it's confidence. But I also think, people are just people are just generally hot that are bald. That's maybe generally. Sorry, generally isn't the right word. But I think a lack of hair for me does not equate to
But it's also,
sexiness.
I think the guys who are like, I'm bald, are confident enough to be bald.
Yes. Yeah.
If you want to be bald, be bald.
Confidence and sexy. Confidence in a respectable way is sexy. In a Marty Supreme way, not sexy.
Table tennis, mama.
Speaking of table tennis,
what lies beneath?
This movie needed some table tennis.
Tell me some fun facts.
Girl, do I have some fun facts for you, which I was initially nervous about because, as we've talked before, fun facts for movies that are newer or more recent. God, more recent. This is a 26-year-old movie.
I was like, this movie is old.
They're kind of maybe few and far between because there's more like statutes in place behind the scenes. But there was no shortage of fun facts around this movie. No. So first up, director Robert Zemeckis, icon in the industry, Back to the Future, Castaway, filmed this movie while in production for Castaway was shut down so that Tom Hanks could lose weight for his character.
Yeah.
So the entirety of Tom Hanks losing weight, Robert Zemeckis made What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Well, it also, not to dovetail on your fun fact, it was to keep the crew.
Oh yeah,
because they had a great crew he liked on Castaway, and I think they shut down Castaway for like 6 months so he could grow out his hair and lose the weight.
That's cool. I mean, that's
and
cool.
So he was like, well, I don't want to lose these people.
And guess what, babe? I actually think What Lies Beneath is more rewatchable than Castaway, and it has stood the test of time very well. And I haven't checked in on Castaway in a while, but Castaway is like emotionally kind of like a roller coaster in a way that is much less approachable for me than What Lies Beneath.
I don't know if I've seen Castaway.
Really?
I think I think it's one of those movies that I've seen enough of that I feel like I've seen it because it's been clipped, it's been parodied, memed, but I don't know Wilson. I don't know if I've seen her.
It's good. Tom Hanks, one of his best roles. Helen Hunt, incredible.
I do love Helen Hunt. I love An Island.
You love An Island.
Send help vibes.
Yeah. So actually, send help vibes for sure. But moving on, this is relevant to our season that we're currently in. Robert Zemeckis consciously shot the movie in the style of Hitchcock. If Hitchcock had access to digital technology.
Yes.
So yeah, this movie also to me like looks really good. I really, really, really miss elegant, high budget thrillers, and I think this might arguably be one of the last ones that we got in the last 30 years.
My last note for this is they used to give directors $100 million to make lush Hitchcock-inspired ghost movies.
Yeah.
I was like, bring it back.
What's the last one that we got? I don't know that I can name it.
I don't know. Like, I don't think $100 million movies kind of died. Like,
well, 100 million. Well, 100 million
movies. Yeah,
horror movies. 100 million thrillers died.
I mean, yeah. Bring him back. I love a thriller.
Bring him back, babe. Bring him back. This movie was written by Clark Gregg, who is Agent Coulson in Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Which I think is random and really fun.
He's written a couple movies, right?
Yeah, I think I don't know that he's a prolific writer, but I think he's definitely...
I mean, he wrote What Lies Beneath, which to me is prolific. So.
That's actually all you need to be considered an iconic writer is to have been the writer.
He wrote one movie, and it was What Lies Beneath.
And honestly, great job, Clark Gregg.
No, he wrote Choke.
Oh, with Sam Rockwell. Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote Trust Me.
Is that a Chuck? They're both Chuck Palahniuk books. Oh, actually, no, I don't think Trust Me is a Chuck Palahniuk.
That might just be the 3 movies he's written.
You know what?
Pretty iconic.
Hell yeah. I wonder if he's working on anything right now. According to the original script, this is so random. Claire and Norman, Claire played by Michelle Pfeiffer and Norman played by Harrison Ford, smoked pot and did not have as close of a relationship as they did in the movie.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
Did they say what changed? Or just when they cast these people, they're like, they're not, Michelle Pfeiffer's not smoking pot.
Yeah, I feel like this movie totally would have been totally different if Michelle and Harrison were like toking up the whole time.
Yeah, stoners.
Yeah. But the list of this is fun. The list of missing persons Claire finds on the internet includes many people who worked on the movie.
Oh.
A couple more, along with psycho type music. When Michelle Pfeiffer is climbing out of the tub, she grabs onto the shower curtain and pulls it off the rod. Ooh. Of course, a Hitchcock reference, Psycho. I think maybe you might know this, but Harrison Ford's character is named Norman, which is yet another reference to Psycho.
Mr. Bates.
I
honestly didn't make that connection until you said it.
Yeah, which is fun. And one more Psycho reference, Diana Scarwid, who plays Jodie in the movie, which is like, I love her so much. She appeared with Anthony Perkins in Psycho 3.
Yeah. Do you know what else she's from?
What else is she from?
Mommy Dearest.
Okay. Oh my God.
She's Christina.
Yes. She's great. She's great in this movie and she's a great actress.
Yeah.
And one more, at the end of the movie, when Claire walks out of the cemetery, I didn't clock this at first, but when she walks out of the cemetery, you can see Madison's face in the snow.
I didn't see that.
It's very subtle.
Very faint, yeah.
And it's right as the movie is fading to black. But go back and watch it. It's good. I fucking love this movie. I loved it when I saw it at a young age, and I love it now. I think it's unbelievably engaging visually and performatively. Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford are so good.
No, this feels like a gay camp movie. But like positive. Not I'm not using camp in a negative way.
Well, I think any movie Michelle Pfeiffer is in is a gay.
She's just
immediately gay. Not she's not necessarily playing a gay person, but like I feel like is so beloved in the gay community that
we go out and we support her.
We support her. I think
we support our sister.
She's so beguiling and like utterly watchable and stunning. And I mean, come on. She played Catwoman. She played an all-time Catwoman who, I'll speak for myself, like watching that was like formative for my sexuality, for my view of
made you gay
people. Watching Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman kind of made me gay, but in a way that in a way that it's honestly hard to put into words.
And
maybe it shouldn't be put into words.
Just give me a face.
She is.
Let me see the face that you make when you think of how Michelle Pfeiffer made you gay.
This movie, 80. Oh no, I'm not going to do that. Actually, I can do that.
Honestly,
is that good? It's kind of like a goon face.
That was right. Yeah,
it's kind of a goon face.
You're always making a slightly goony face.
I kind of am.
Yeah, you have the eyes. You have pretty big goon eyes. So.
Yeah, I do have goon eyes. But I think that 80% of this movie, maybe 90% of this movie, is Michelle Pfeiffer examining things.
Yes.
Just looking. She's looking around. She's looking at photographs. She's looking at keys. And she is so good at looking at things.
Yeah.
And so, huge movie for Michelle Pfeiffer examining things.
Well, and that was when we decided to not do Disturbia because of the Shia LaBeouf of it all. I just sort of Googled, like, I was like, I know there's Rear Window inspired movies, but like, what comes up? And I was like, what lies beneath?
I didn't even clock it.
I was like, oh, because I forgot about the first 40 minutes of this movie.
She's watching.
But I always forget about the James Remar Miranda Otto part.
Yeah,
because
me too.
I'm so fascinated with the Amber Valleta ghost part of it that I'm like, oh, there's like a whole like Thorwald-esque B-plot. Like the first act of this movie is just her speed running Rear Window.
James Remar is good in this. And there's a moment kind of later in the movie where he fake chokes. He fake chokes. Fuck, what is his wife's name? You just said it.
Mary.
Yeah.
Miranda Otto.
And that was an improvised moment. And I am obsessed with that. It's so funny. And it's like immediately kind of like telling of who he is. And it's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
And an interesting thing about this movie too is in the original script, it was not scripted that Madison and Claire would look alike.
Oh,
so
really?
The added vertigo of it all, which is the doppelganger nature of how similar they look, wasn't in the original script. And when they cast Amber Valleta, they're like, well, we have to acknowledge that they look very similar.
That's crazy because that's such a huge component. Honestly, it's a pillar of the plot of the movie is that they're doppelgangers.
But it is like if you remove it, it's not missing. Like the movie works without it, but it's a sort of an extra wrinkle that I think is really interesting, where it's like, oh, I looked in the mirror and I saw someone who looked like me with different colored eyes staring back. It's like, cool.
Yeah, but there's an iconic shot in this movie that I can't imagine it not being in the movie, where Michelle Pfeiffer leans down, like she's like on top of Harrison Ford, and she's like, I think she's starting to suspect something, and then she leans down and out like as she's leaning down, her face morphs into Amber Valleta. It's so fucking. I don't know that necessarily that it's aged well digitally, but like I just remember seeing that in the marketing, and I was just like, oh my fucking god!
Do they parody that in Scary Movie 3?
I feel like they do.
I think Michael Jackson does it. No, it's in Scary Movie 2.
Is it when they're at the mansion?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you might be right, actually. I haven't seen Scary Movie 2 in a long time.
Sorry.
No, please. Okay.
It's Cindy. Sorry, this is really exciting for everyone at home. But it's Cindy, and I'm trying to see what she turns into.
I feel like she turns into. You might be right, Michael Jackson.
I'm now watching.
Listeners, Stuart's watching.
She turns into Ray.
Oh, like
the way
the Jamie Foxx character?
No, the way in which way not
Marlon.
Yes.
Damon, right?
Damon. Yeah. It sure turns into Ray on top of Tim Curry. A movie throughout the ages.
The first three scary movies are like so defining of culture.
Yeah. Well, it is it's an interesting thing in parody movies where you see them at a young age before you've seen what they're parodying often.
The actual movie.
But that's me in James Bond. Because I saw the Austin Powers movies before I saw the James Bond movies.
Oh.
Because my dad's not a big James Bond guy.
Oh, that's crazy because James Bond is such a dad.
My dad's a little sensitive boy. Like he doesn't like action movies.
Oh, yeah. Sensitive dad mentioned.
Yeah.
One more thing about What Lies Beneath before we actually get into What Lies
Before we talk about What Lies Beneath.
Before we talk about it. The marketing for this movie spoiled so fucking much. If you watch any of the trailers, if you look at any of the posters, it's like it's revealed almost immediately that Harrison Ford is having an affair and that Amber Valleta is dead. Like the ghost.
That's weird.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And actually, in the fun facts, it says that like people were kind of pissed that. The fun facts on IMDb, it denotes that people were pissed that the marketing spoiled so much.
Yeah, well, and it's also like it's an easy sell of like the trailer's the first act. It's just the James Remar, Miranda Otto stuff, and then you end with maybe the shot of her looking in the mirror and seeing the woman, like something that sort of implies ghost. But doesn't because her and Miranda Otto also look very similar, and so it is like it works that the three women in this movie look similar enough so you can use an Amber Valleta shot and make it seem like it's Miranda Otto, and then you don't spoil the affair, you don't spoil the Amber Valleta of it all, and you're sort of like, oh, I like when a movie mostly does the first act in the trailer.
Yeah,
I think not the world
to that point. I think this movie should have been no, but that's a good point. I think this movie should have been marketed as the Rear Window kind of thing, where Michelle Pfeiffer is like looking at the neighbors, trying to figure out, that way when you fucking actually watch the movie, you're like hard turn into ghost in my house affair.
Yeah, and do like I think including one shot that implies ghost in house.
Ooh, actually, fucking, you know what? I'm a big fan of scenes as trailers. Maybe one of the first trailers or second trailers for this movie could have been the scene where Michelle Pfeiffer is possessed by Amber Valleta and she leans down. That actually would be. Can you imagine seeing that scene out of context?
Yeah, no, that would be great. You could also just do the bathtub scene, which I know is really late in the movie, but it's out of context. It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't have to feature Harrison Ford.
That is the set piece of this movie, which is so crazy because there is a huge car chase, but like if I think of this movie, I think of that bathtub scene because that's so scary.
Yeah, and the way Zemeckis positions the camera sort of around the bathtub, I think I saw that they had kind of built several more than one bathroom to sort of accommodate the camera. Like it's such a good scene. It's so good, and Michelle Pfeiffer is so good in this movie.
Yeah. Well, they filmed this all the exteriors are in Vermont and all the interiors are on sound stages in LA.
Oh, what a house.
What
a house, baby.
Should we hop in?
Let's hop in.
Yeah.
To that house.
To the house. My first note is just Michelle Pfeiffer making waffles. Which blueberry as requested by her daughter Claire. We meet Michelle Pfeiffer's Claire. No.
Yeah, that's
who's her daughter?
I don't know her daughter's name. Her daughter's name is Caitlin.
She's barely in this movie.
Her daughter's name is Caitlin.
But to the extent that I forgot that there was a child. I was like, who's that girl?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. So we start with Claire and her husband, Norman, and her daughter, but not his daughter, Caitlin. They're getting ready to take Caitlin off to college. And we sort of get like the empty nester of a stay-at-home mom who was previously a musician who sort of retired to take care of her kid and to support her husband up in Vermont at her husband's dad's house. It's like an interesting, there's so many elements of this movie that you just sort of forget about, where it's like Dr. Norman, who's Harrison Ford, his dad was also a geneticist, and he sort of lives in his dad's shadow, but he's also chosen to go work at the university he worked at.
Yeah.
He's chosen to live in the house that he lived in. And that's like, it's an interesting character between him and Claire of just like the becoming a specter of your own father.
Yeah, he's trying to like get out of his dad's shadow. It's almost like a B plot, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I wonder if that's a Hitchcock reference. Nothing's coming to mind, but it is definitely like a part of the plot. And it's tension between the two of them. Like later in the movie, Michelle Pfeiffer is like, hey, you need to like not be so sensitive when people talk about your dad. And he's like,
you're being weird.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'll work on that.
But it is the thing where you set yourself up to be put in the position you don't want to be put in, which is like he's essentially taken over his dad's life.
Right.
And he doesn't want to be compared to his dad.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like the element of his character that sort of makes it more well-rounded than just husband evil.
Yeah, there's some daddy issues going
husband
on.
Evil, but
speaking of daddy issues, Harrison Ford is so hot in this fucking movie. Shirtless, tight, tan,
just
hairy. Harrison Ford is fucking hot in this goddamn movie.
If you look like this, slide into my DMs. Peak male.
He was, not to be ageist, but he was 60. He's 83 now.
So he was 58.
And she was 41, I think. I did some math. I think she was in her early 40s. There's quite an age difference. I know they do look.
I do think in the story there is an age difference between them.
Yeah, but I will say this. Not to say like Michelle Pfeiffer looks old. I think Harrison Ford looks so good that he looks much younger than he is.
But also Michelle Pfeiffer has sort of always had the quality of like, she could play. Yes. She could have been 50 in this movie and she could have been 30 in this movie. And I would have believed you either way because she has sort of an old-timey face.
Yes.
And like when she was young, she was young.
Right.
Like if you think about like her movies in the 80s and early 90s, like she is young.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as she hit about 30, she just has such a classic, beautiful face that she could sort of play anytime. She does not have an iPhone face.
She doesn't have an iPhone face. She could
play any time period. She could do she could play any age.
And she has.
And she still is. Like, she's not playing her age still.
I just want her to be in everything. I'm just so fucking obsessed with Michelle Pfeiffer. And
we need to get David E. Kelly to put her into season 3 of Big Little Lies.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Because they're married.
Okay with that. They are married. Yeah. They're one of Hollywood's like strongest. I don't know if that's the right word. They've been going strong for
forever. Yeah,
forever. Yeah.
I actually worked in his old offices at Manhattan Beach Studios. On Obi-Wan, and my phone number was their old office phone number. So I would get calls because it was still on the IMDb Pro.
Okay.
They had been out of there long enough that like people who actually were doing business with David E. Kelly weren't calling that number.
Okay.
But people who were trying to like cold pitch him ideas and stuff would call, and I'd be like, this is Star Wars.
Yikes.
Like,
it's like
I don't have time to field calls for David E. Kelly.
It's like people calling to pitch shows to David E. Kelly and me calling to talk to Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes. It was like, I know David E. Kelly's here, but what's Michelle's number?
Yeah.
Does
and then after the 60th call, you were like, Jesse, do you want to start a podcast?
Yeah. And here we are.
And I was like, yeah. Do you want to start a podcast and eventually talk about What Lies Beneath? And then I said, yeah.
Well, and I think we did this whole podcast just so we could eventually talk about What Lies Beneath.
I remember when this movie came out, and I remember my mom and my aunt going to see it. And I hope my mom is listening to this episode. Actually, I was so envious
Yeah.
because I was 10 at the time, so I would have been, this movie would have scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see it so bad because the atmosphere in the marketing just felt so, the atmosphere in the movie really permeated the marketing. And obviously Michelle Pfeiffer like is giving everything.
It does have sort of a rom-com or rom-dram vibe.
Rom-dram for sure.
Yeah, where it's like it's the end of summer, beginning of fall. We're in Vermont.
Yes.
We're getting ready. It's the last sale of the summer.
It's like let's go shop, literally. Let's go shopping for antiques. Let's go out on our boat. Like I'm remodeling my beautiful home. There's almost like a Nancy Meyers sort of like energy imbued into this, but not in a way that makes it cheap. Not that Nancy Meyers is cheap,
but sort of it could feel Hallmark, but it doesn't. It doesn't. But it lulls you into a Hallmarkian place of comfort.
Yes.
And then when shit started hitting the fan, you're like, I was told shit was not going to be hitting the fan here.
Yes. And I think that wait a second, this isn't what I signed up for. I wanted to see a comfort.
I was told this was a no shit hitting the fan situation. I thought we were just watching them sail. I
thought this movie was going to be Michelle Pfeiffer stomping around a beautiful kitchen for 2 hours, which I would have fucking loved. But
would watch.
I would absolutely watch. But I think this movie is tonally actually perfect, and I think it has just the right amount of like supernatural energy and like mystery and domestic drama. Like everything just sort of comes together.
Yeah,
really,
it feels
really well.
It feels real until it feels unreal.
Yes,
which is a great thing to do with a supernatural movie, which is to really, especially because the first act, you are starting to get ghost stuff, but you are very in her watching her neighbors.
Yes.
And so she is an empty nester. Her husband is in and out for like, he's going to work in Boston some, he's going to do this and he's going to do that. So there's a lot of it's a very like schedule heavy movie.
Yes.
Which their social calendar stress me out. They're going to dinners, they're going to parties, they're going to functions, and she's like mentally ill, and he's like, well, we have to go to the foundation. I'm like, no, don't go to the foundation. Like, take a night off, stay home and watch What Lies Beneath.
He is sort of dragging his like emotionally distraught wife like all over town.
Yeah, and it is a lot of like, sort of how women are treated, especially in heterosexual marriages and like by the psychiatric industry, where it's like, you're missing your daughter, you're crazy, like none of this is happening. But so they're watching
gaslighting.
They're sort of recent neighbors, not new, but they've been there long enough that it's weird when she delivers 2 different welcome baskets. But it's Warren and Mary, who are this sort of like impassioned but fraught couple, played by GM Dreamar and a very young Miranda Otto. But so she's sort of watching over them, and she sees them fight.
Yeah.
Well, and then they're about to have sex now that they're empty nesters, which is Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes.
And they're having makeup sex across the way.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, we'll compete with them noise wise.
And Harrison Ford is shirtless in this scene, and his like core is so tight. It's kind of crazy how like fit he is.
It is the like tight, but with a little bit of body fat on top.
Yeah, you think so?
Not a lot, like 8%.
This is not, you know what conversation this is giving? Have you seen that tweet that's like, I'm not really into fat guys, and it's a quote tweet, and it's like someone with a 6-pack, and they're just trolling like hot influencers.
But it's like he looks like he could eat, which is like a thing I am attracted to, which is like people who are very physically fit with muscles, but also could eat a pizza.
They're not scared to eat a pizza.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying, where it's like he doesn't look like he prepared for this movie just by eating shredded chicken.
Missed opportunity to, in this movie, have Harrison Ford
eating
pizza or a burger shirtless.
Yeah,
and like
the little grease dripping down.
Oh fuck. And he like bites it and then gives Michelle Pfeiffer a bite of it.
Yeah, and she takes a bite, and you're like, oh.
And they're both drinking like large glasses of Cabernet. Fuck.
Smoking weed. Oh wait, no, that's another draft of the movie.
They really at some point should have been like completely naked, both of them, eating pizza, smoking weed, and just like talking, like in their living room on the floor. Pizza box fully out on the floor in the living room. They're both naked. They're both smoking, drinking wine, and they're saying,
like the sexy first meal in a new apartment or a new house where the furniture isn't there yet,
which makes sense because they're empty nesters.
Yes. We get a lot of our exposition starts here.
Mm-hmm.
So she's looking through photo albums, and we learn that a year previous she had a very, very bad accident where she drove her car directly into a tree. And then we also see his dad.
Yes.
And we're sort of introduced to the sort of two specters of the past that keep coming back up to us, which is the dad and the accident.
Yes.
She meets Mary, who's her neighbor, and Mary's like, I'm just scared one day I'm going to disappear.
Yeah. There's a pretty good jump scare here where Michelle Pfeiffer's peeking through the fence, Rear Window-esque, and not Emily Mortimer,
Miranda Otto.
But
also Emily Mortimer would be great.
Emily Mortimer would eat this
What
role.
Lies Beneath too.
Yeah, still beneath.
Beneath the What Lies Beneath, like beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Like I still know what you did last summer. There's a pretty good jump scare here where Miranda Otto kind of like peeps through the fence as Michelle Pfeiffer is also peeping through. I will say there's several jump scares in this movie, and they are really heightened by the goddamn music. Like every jump scare is like
in this movie, whole puss.
The whole puss is in the music.
Yes. Who did the Alan Silvestri.
Silvestri, who is a kind of a longtime collaborator of Zemeckis. This is honestly one of his best scores, I think. It is so fucking good. It is so elegant, and it matches the vibe of the movie so well. I don't want to say that it does a lot of the heavy lifting, but every time it hits at the right time. It elevates the movie. You know? You look gagged right now.
Oh, I was reading Alan Silvestri's IMDb page, but trying not to talk about how I'm reading because we've decided that that's not that interesting.
He's great. He's an icon. I think he did the score for the Avengers.
He did.
Okay.
That was what I think that's the face I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I wish. I'm not going to say how I feel about the score of the Avengers.
I think it's pretty good.
It's okay.
I think he has done some pretty iconic things. Back to the Future, right? I think I'm going to say this movie is his most famous score.
It's a great score, and it's like Hitchcock without being derivative, which is hard to do when you're being influenced by a master, which is like you want to reheat someone else's nachos, but you also want to like add a little extra to it.
Yes, and actually to that point, I think Zemeckis was such an inspired choice for this movie because he's a like famous user of tech and like digital effects, and I think imbuing effects like the ones that he works with in his toolhouse into like a standard dramatic thriller is so cool, and I wish more people did that.
Well, and this is, I mean, I'm sure it's probably not right, but this feels like the first time major CGI was implemented outside of an action adventure movie.
Totally, I agree with that.
Where it's just like, for better or for worse,
right?
The water is very CGI water.
Very CGI water. But there's a shot later in the movie where Michelle Pfeiffer is on the floor, and the camera sort of zoom, like she's face down on the floor, and the camera sort of comes up under her.
Yes,
and you sort of see it. The floor is actually made of glass, and they CGI'd kind of like wood on top of it, and it's a really, really cool effect.
Yeah. No, and this movie is great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. This movie's maybe a masterpiece. I'm not going to go that far. I'm just really obsessed with it. Maybe this movie is a masterpiece.
Maybe
actually.
This movie isn't. If you think this movie is a
masterpiece.
Yeah. Robbed. Should have won Oscars.
Should have won fucking Oscars. Especially for cinematography.
Yeah. And so where I'm at,
Miranda Otto.
Yeah. So she's missing. Her clothes are on the porch. Her shoe is there.
It's bloody a little bit. Bloody shoe.
Yeah, and then so Claire is at night looking out the window, and she sees Warren loading something into his car, and it looks like a body. But then by the time Norman comes over, he's gone, and it's like, is she actually seeing that?
Right. Norman's like, you drugged me out of bed for this.
Yeah. The next day, she's playing. This is like the first jump scare that got me. She's playing with the dog, and she throws the ball into the water, and the dog won't go anywhere near the water. So she goes down, and she looks down and sees a woman's face in the lake.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
I think the most effective scares in this movie are like this kind of moment where the effects are used kind of like not in like a obscure way. Like you see the face, but you're not sure it's it is a face, but it's like kind of hard to see.
Well, it's sort of like whisper of you're seeing something, but you're not sure what you're seeing, and they're doing it to obscure, because at this point we only know about Miranda Otto, and so we're trying to decide if we're seeing Miranda Otto's face or if we're seeing her face, or like it is sort of like it's using the technology to its advantage, by making it sort of like unclear exactly what we're seeing,
what we're looking at.
So Norman is leaving. He's going to go accept an award in Boston. And this is the first time the photo of him and his dad falls. No, the first time of him and her at this is the first time the framed photo of him and her at like an awards gala falls and cracks.
Right, with the dad, I think. It's like him, her dad, or sorry.
I don't know if his dad's in the picture.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't. I guess the point is that it falls.
Yeah. And it's sort of like an Easter egg for later. And she's sort of going back and forth trying to find Mary, trying to see if she's there. She's watching at night.
She's basically bored. Because she's now an empty nester. And we also know that I think at this point we've kind of found out that she had a pretty like illustrious music career. She was a cellist.
Yeah.
And we get the impression that she gave that up to have this sort of like domestic life, but it's not fully revealed to us until kind of later in the movie when she and...
It is also one of those things where it's like there are a lot of opportunities for rich white women to play cellos. And I just want to be like, find a place. Like maybe you're not going to do it professionally anymore, but like I want her to find an outlet for her art.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think being a mom's a full-time job. I think also like she's renovated this massive property. And it is massive. It's like, I'm not going to say an estate, but it's like probably a mansion.
Estate. Yeah.
It's a mansion. What a fucking house though. Fuck.
Makes me want to move to Vermont.
Does it?
I like Vermont.
You grew up close to, New Hampshire.
It's
next to Vermont.
Yeah. My college was 10 minutes from Vermont.
Wow. Yeah. And the trees in the fall.
Yeah.
So we are at, Mary's husband is kind of loading. Has she seen her husband loading what she thinks is his body into the truck?
Watching him because Harrison Ford's out of town. And there's sort of a weird thing where she's watching him, and it feels like she delivers a welcome basket to him, trying to like get information about his wife. She watches him throw the flowers away, but take the bottle of wine. He's eating a TV dinner.
She like lazy man.
Yeah, but then she like looks and he's watching her.
Yeah,
he's
scary.
Or he's just like looking back at her house. It's sort of unclear.
I think he clocked her ass because she's looking. She has binoculars and she's looking, and she's on the phone with Jody for a second, and she's like, "Oh, he's eating a TV dinner." And Jody's like, "Oh, yikes!" By the way, we forgot to mention Jody at this point. Jody,
so Jody's played by the actress who played Christina from
Psycho
Mommy
3.
Dearest.
Yeah. Oh, Mommy Dearest in Psycho 3. Yeah. But she is kind of like this kooky aunt character.
Yeah. She is the vibe of Vermont to me.
You think so?
Yeah, like she runs a pottery shop / bookstore / coffee shop to me.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's never just one thing. It's a business that has many little facets.
Trinkets. There's a lot of she's selling tchotchkes like it's nobody's business.
Yeah. And then so she's watching out the window at her next door neighbor Warren. She loses track of him. Her dog is barking at the house. She looks down and sees a wet footprint outside, and she's sort of like, "Oh no, he's here!" And it's just Norman.
Well, she turns around and Norman's like, "What are you doing?" And of course, it's like a jump scare, and it was scary. I was scared.
He's like, "We're late for dinner."
I was curled up on the couch. This is a very like we're late for dinner. Oh yeah, they're late for dinner. He's like, "What are you doing?" And
this is where we get a lot more of the exposition about their history, because they go to dinner with his work colleague who's dating her friend.
Right. Her friend and former co-musician.
Yeah. Or like they went to Juilliard together, I think.
They went to yeah. That's actually that's correct. They went to Juilliard together.
And so
what's that actress's name?
I don't remember actually.
She's pretty she is was big in the 90s, early 2000s, I think. Hang on, What Lies Beneath. But I like them look alike.
I like in the scene too, because the couples are diagonal across the table and they're cross talking.
I know.
And contributing to each other's conversations, but also maintaining their own separate conversations. And then both conversations come together to sort of give us the exposition of the dad, and they lived in Boston together when she was still a musician. But then when the dad died, they had to come up and take over the house and all this stuff. And you sort of get like, you get a lot of information in this really sort of like real way, which is like a couple's crosstalk conversation.
That's very relatable to me.
Yes.
When you're at a dinner and you're like, everyone's talking.
Everyone's sort of talking and like sharing food. It feels very much like how actual conversations happen.
Yeah, and I think this moment sort of allows Michelle and Harrison's chemistry to really shine. They feel like a couple. They feel like a couple.
Have they been in something else together?
I don't think so. I think maybe this is maybe something else, but not super notable. I think this is the only movie that they have co-led together. And I think I saw where Robert Zemeckis wanted the two of them from the jump. Like there was no one else he was considering. And yeah, so this moment where they're at dinner is really a great showcase for their like chemistry. And he reveals to his friend and her friend that she's been seeing like a ghost in the house. And she's like, I think about this moment so much. She is like embarrassed that he said that, and she kind of like looks at him. She kind of like rolls her eyes and looks at him, and she's so fucking good. Oh, and it's just she really sells that she is a pissed off.
Well, and they feel like, really partner. Lived in, which is just not always the case. Where it's like this couple feels real, and it's hard to in a movie sell you a couple that's maybe in trouble, but you see why they're there together.
Yes.
And like this movie is very much like he is somewhat dismissive of her, but you see the chemistry they have that keeps them together. And you see why she always sort of believes him and why she always sort of like goes with him, because they have something.
Right. And also the musician friend is there. She's like, what have you been up to? And she's like, sent my daughter off to college. We've been renovating the house. They talk a little bit about like how she's given up her music career to be this mother and wife and live this sort of like, domestic life. Yeah. And by the way, that actress is named Wendy Crewson, and she was in Air Force One with
is she First Lady?
Harrison Ford. Yeah, she's Grace Marshall.
That's interesting, because this was after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was also in The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is kind of an underrated sci-fi movie.
Don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, a man.
I almost said never heard of it. And I was like, I've heard of it.
Never known a lot about it. It's like he meets a clone of himself.
Oh,
which is cool.
Interesting.
It is interesting. It's worth a watch for sure. Anyway, yeah. So this dinner scene is great.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
And then this movie does do a thing which I think really works with it, where time sort of passes. and it feels like it could be a day, or it could be the same night, or it could be. But we go into Claire. Claire is looking for. Claire finds a key that comes up later, and then she goes into the bathroom, and the bathtub is just filled with CGI water, very CGI water. The CGI water is so blue.
It is really blue.
Because it's actually hard to make water show up on camera. Which is like Singing in the Rain. The water is mixed with milk, which is really gross. So you can see the rain.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. It's clear. It's if water is what you want it to be, it is. It's clear.
Water confirmed for clear.
Yeah.
You heard it. You heard it here first.
The water is running clear.
Water's clear.
The water should run clear. But so she looks in the reflection and sees a woman staring back at her, and it's Amber Valleta. And then she goes to
she's like, Amber Valleta?
It's like, what are you doing here?
Amber Valleta.
Was she a VJ?
What do you mean?
Was Amber Valleta a VJ, like a MTV VJ?
I'm not sure, but she was. She is a pretty famous model. This was her film debut.
Ooh,
yeah.
Her brother dated Sheena Shea from Vanderpump Rules, and so he was a character on Vanderpump Rules for a season.
That's such a random important.
Nobody's talking about it. Yeah, she was just a model.
She's kind
of just a model. Right. She was a model, not a VJ. Anyone who was sort of famous in the 90s was either a model or a VJ.
Yeah, I think actually she's been in some bangers. She was in Dead Silence as the wife of I want to say Ryan Quanten's dad, but that's not right. Actually, yeah, it is his dad. And she's really fun in that. Spoiler alert for that movie, she is the villain. She's pretty fun in that. She's also in Transporter 2. She's actually kind of good in Transporter. I mean, like Transporter 2 is really fun and crazy. So yeah, she's been in some bangers. Oh my God, she was in Revenge, the first season of Revenge, which is absolutely legendary. So you know what? Shout out Amber Valleta.
She was on the MTV show House of Style, which is maybe why I think she was a VJ.
Okay, I'll say sure to that. I'll say sure to that.
Yeah, sure. So she goes to a therapist because she's like, the water's too blue. And she's sort of explaining to Joe Morton, who is Olivia Pope's dad from Scandal.
He's great.
And she's like, so my daughter's gone, but there's a ghost in my house.
I love the scenes between
them. Let's dial in on that.
They're so good. The scenes between the two of them, like this therapist office, the way it's positioned, the way the shot is positioned, it's like, it's just atmospheric. And he like randomly has fireballs, or no, not fireballs. He has like, what are the hot red candies called?
Tamales?
No. I think they're called fireballs. And
I just always think of the whiskey when you say fireball. So
yeah, I know, me too. But anyway, he is. She's sort of like opening up to him. She's kind of timid. She's like, my husband made me come here. Yeah. He thinks I'm crazy, and she is hesitant to talk. And he's like, "Do you want a fireball?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess."
Sure.
And then she eats it, and then she takes it out of her mouth, and she's like, "There's a ghost in my house."
Yeah, and she's right. There's a ghost in her house.
There's a couple.
It's just not the ghost she thinks it is.
There's a couple of moments in this movie like this where characters just say jarring things.
Yeah,
and I think it's really fun, and it is fun to see how other characters react to those jarring things.
Yeah, to like, oh, by the way, ghost in house.
There's a ghost in my house.
Yeah,
you cheated on me. Like there's a yeah. I think because Michelle Pfeiffer is sort of aching to get this information out of her, but she's worried how people will perceive her.
Yeah.
So
fair.
Yeah. Relatable. You know.
Yeah. Whenever you're like, "There's a ghost in my house," I'm like, "That's your new roommate."
I know. I keep saying, "Stuart, there's a ghost in my house," and you keep saying, "No, there's not."
Yeah.
And I keep saying, "Yeah, you're probably right." Anyway, so
the therapist kind of recommends that they try to communicate with the ghost, which I actually think is really like, I'm not a therapist, but like I think it's good to be like, if someone is experiencing what you consider to be maybe a momentary delusion, sort of playing into it for a little bit, like helps. Like if you're from a therapist perspective, like this woman is dealing with her daughter going to college, she is externalizing that as her house being haunted, but it's probably haunted by the memory of her daughter being there, and it's like blah blah blah. Try to commune with the ghost.
Yeah.
So Jody comes over, they get a Ouija board.
It's so good. She's like, what do you want me to do? Get a Ouija board? And the next shot is like her and Jody doing a Ouija board.
Yeah.
What a perfect person to do a Ouija board with.
Oh, a Ouija board with Jody could fix me.
Would you do a Ouija board with me?
Yeah.
If I said, Stuart, I have a ghost in my house and I want to do a Ouija board to contact it, would you come over and do a Ouija board with me?
As long as we can use the Duran Duran Ouija board I have.
Here's the thing.
You believe in ghosts, you don't believe in Duran Duran.
No, I was going to say, I don't believe in ghosts until I do believe in ghosts. Yeah. And I don't want to fucking start shit. So I'm never doing a Ouija board.
Well, now that we live back on our own, we're allowed to Ouija board again. Because when we lived with Inti, it was a strict no Ouija board household because he is very scared of ghosts.
I feel like I am on that page too, where I'm like, you know what? I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm not going to try and open a door that will make me believe in ghosts. You know what I mean?
See, I believe in an afterlife, but I don't necessarily believe that like we're being haunted. I think if you don't give a ghost a reason to haunt you, you're not being haunted. And and here's how I blame the victims for being haunted.
I also am skeptical of Ouija boards a little bit because they're produced by Hasbro, or they're like branded.
Yeah.
Like they're Hasbro branded. So I'm like, Hasbro's like a game. Like, what the fuck is this shit? You know?
How do you think a Ouija board's gonna be mass produced and marketed?
Exactly.
Think, like haunted. You just want like someone to go out and grab a piece of wood and like write letters on it. And you want how they used to do it in the olden times. Yeah. You hate consumerism. And honestly, Communist King. Communist King, Jesse Tebbett. You heard it here first.
Anti-Ouija board king.
Anti-Ouija board. But they are using a Ouija board. And the candle flickers and the dog. But the door blows open, but it's just the dog entering. It's just Cooper.
It's just
Cooper is a really good dog name too.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. Well, is he though? Because he kind of. Well, no. Sorry. He is a what's the word? Sensitive boy. I think maybe.
He's a little aware of the supernatural.
Yes, and that's kind of what I mean is by sensitive is like he is sort of dialed into presences.
But that's what I want from a dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want my dog to be able to sniff out ghosts and tell me, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I want my dog to say, your husband's having an affair. And he killed his...
She knows about us?
He killed
your wife.
Yeah. I want my dog to do a Ouija board with me.
Yeah.
And say...
Even though you don't believe in Hasbro released Ouija boards.
Even though I don't believe in Hasbro Ouija boards.
If Petco released a Ouija board, you believe in that.
Petco should release a Ouija board.
Yeah. Doggy's first Ouija board.
The company Petco, if you're listening to this.
Please release a Ouija board. Ouija 2 is really good. The origin
Ouija 2 is really good. Mike Flanagan, right?
I've actually never seen the first Ouija movie.
Me neither.
I've only seen Ouija 2.
Same. Yeah, it is good.
But
it's like the Nazi fucking subplot.
Yeah. I love a Nazi subplot.
Mm-hmm.
But so we're back in the bathroom. She's alone. The tub is full again. The mirror is foggy, and this time someone just writes on the mirror.
Yeah.
And she goes downstairs. The computer's flashing MEF, MEF, MEF over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sort of confronts Norman, and he's like, "You're like just jealous. Like I have a life, and you're like you have nothing."
Yes,
basically, which is like the first time you sort of are like. We get so far into this movie before they start really showing us who he is that you're invested in the relationship, and when he starts to be an asshole, you're like, "Oh, interesting."
Yeah. Also,
wrinkle.
MEF are the initials of the neighbor, Mary.
Yes,
Mary Fior. Ooh, yikes! Führer. That's not right.
Führer.
Yikes! Yikes! No, Nazi subplot in What Lies Beneath.
There's always hard enough, there's always a Nazi subplot.
Yeah, yikes. Anyway, no, but it's the initials are MEF. What she assumes as the neighbor.
Her neighbor. Yeah. And then so they go to like some sort of function at the university. And she confronts Warren and is like, I know what you did with your wife.
Yeah.
And then Mary just pops out and she's like, I'm here. You're nuts.
I don't think, is it a function? Or because she goes to his Harrison Ford's office and she's like, there's a ghost. And he's like,
there's like a party going on. They're at like a function.
Oh, I thought it was just people in a hallway running around. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Okay.
I like that. Anyway, that's the where you're going to correct me on. You're like, I don't think it was a function. I think it was just a hallway with a lot of people.
Well, because she does go to a party later.
Well, that's the thing with this movie is it's like club, another club, bus.
There's like
their social calendar.
Yeah.
They're doing double dates. They're going. She's
right.
Jodie's coming over. Like for being in rural Vermont, they are busy.
Listen, honey, she's got to fill out her days somehow. She's an empty nester. You know,
club, another club, bus.
Yes,
plane, another club.
Yep.
Function, another function.
She confronts Norman, not Norman. She confronts
Warren, which is also hard because those names are too similar.
They're very similar.
Norman and Warren.
And she says, "You killed your wife," and he said, like, "My wife's right here."
Yeah.
And then Miranda
Otto.
Excuse me. Miranda Otto said, "I'm right here, girl."
The next day they talk, and we sort of get closure on this plot line, which is like,
right.
We were fighting. I left for what I thought was good. He brought me boxes with all my clothes. And then he was so nice that I sort of was like, I want to be with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, okay, that storyline's done. And we
still have Miranda Otto's like, she's like, have you ever wanted to be with someone so bad it's just all consuming? And Michelle Pfeiffer's like, sure.
Yes. She's like, good. I'm married to Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I want it.
What do you think? She's like, I got dick down. Last night, bitch. You're talking to the right person.
Yeah. And then so now they go to a different party. So this is where we're confused because there's party, her talking to Miranda Otto, another party. Yeah. And we get this sort of older woman who's like, I've turned into the gossipy older woman that I used to avoid at these dinners
functions. Yeah.
But do you remember last year when you were at my house and you broke the china?
Yeah. She's like, are you feeling better? And Michelle Pfeiffer's like, what do you mean? She's like, a year ago at this same kind of party, you were a mess.
Yeah. Don't you remember?
You were a fucking mess. Don't you remember? Michelle Pfeiffer's like,
she's like, I don't. She's like, oh, I do kind of remember that.
She's like, I do remember.
And then we're back home. The frame falls again, but this time she sees the back of the picture from the newspaper, and it's an article about a missing girl named Madison Frank.
Right.
She's also MAF.
And I think in the same moment, she sees a key, or she sees something in the vent near where
she already
the picture
has the key.
Okay, so I don't think we mentioned that. So previously, you did. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. There's so many plot
There's
points.
So many like little things, and they like come in, and then it was right before the first bathtub. She finds a key.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
There's also bathtub, another bathtub, frame, another bathtub, mirror, frame, party, function.
So many.
But it is, and this is another sort of Rear Window thing where in Rear Window you get into the pattern of starting with the newlywed couple, going up to the older couple, and you're sort of seeing everyone in the same order, and then as variations on the same song, for lack of a better, but like as it starts to change is when you start to see why the pattern exists.
Yeah, that's
and so
true.
This is like we wake up and we're sort of in the pattern of nothingness, which is her life with her daughter at college,
right?
And then we see Phil bathtub, we see mirror with fog, we see this, we see that. So Claire at this point goes to visit Madison's mom.
Yes.
After she does print out the missing persons website and hands it to Norman, he's like, I've never heard of this girl. I do love printing out of websites is such a like of the time, instead
early
of
2000s
holding your
thing.
cell phone up and being like, have you heard of this?
Yes, printing out websites and also playing solitaire on the computer, which Michelle Pfeiffer does in this movie.
I miss computer solitaire.
I do too, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking love solitaire.
Yeah.
But computer solitaire. I don't know that if someone were like, do you want to play solitaire? And they had a deck of cards, I'd be like, how do you play solitaire?
You need someone else to set it up for you.
I could play it on the computer.
And honestly, we're proud. We're proud of you.
Right?
We're proud of you knowing your limits.
Are you the same? Can you play? Do you prefer computer solitaire, or do you prefer solitaire in real life?
I almost said I haven't touched a deck of cards in a year, but that's a lie. I think a solo card game is fine on the phone or computer.
Yeah. I love cards.
I do. I mean, I download solitaire on my phone sometimes and play it.
You download other things on your phone as well. I really like cards.
I hate when you say like sort of incendiary things like that and then you move on real fast. Huh? I don't download anything on my phone. I'm in the cloud, baby.
Okay.
Meth. That's another nickname for meth.
Is it cloud?
I've never done meth. I don't know why I know so much about it.
Because it's kind of like...
It's also kind of a thing for weed.
Well, it's sadly very present in the gay community.
Yeah. Not my
especially in this city. Wait a minute. Cloud is a nickname for meth?
It might be a nickname for weed. I think I'm lying.
I think that makes a little more sense. We know Tina is a nickname for meth. And sorry, this is a relevant conversation because
Cloud is a street name often used for bath salts.
Okay. So
meth the
adjacent.
meth of Florida.
Yeah.
Well, I guess meth is the meth of Florida. But
yeah, this is a relevant conversation, listeners, because if you heard our previous episode, I think it was Friday the 13th part 3 maybe or something. We talked about meth.
I think
being
it was one
named.
of our. I think it was
they them.
No, it was Final Girls. Because there's a character named Tina.
Yes, that's right. Tina is a nickname for meth, and I was not aware of that. And then all of a sudden, it's like everywhere. I watched a documentary this week, Murder in Glitterball City, I think is what it's called, and meth is a pillar of that documentary, and it's really upsetting. And they refer to it as Tina.
Tina Mama.
Yikes. Okay.
So she goes. Speaking of mamas, she goes to visit Madison's mom and steals hair from her.
Madison's mom is great. The actress. Who is that actress? I've seen her before.
I looked her up. She looks like someone, but she's not the person I thought she was. I think she's just like a good character actress.
Yeah, I think she's a great character actress. Her name is what is her name? I feel like she kind of occupies the same space as like Margot Martindale a little bit.
Yes.
Ooh, her name is also an alliteration. Her name is Nicole Mercurio. Oh my gosh. Actually, R.I.P. She passed away in 2016. R.I.P. Nicole. She's great. She's also in What Lies Beneath,
She was also in the movie we're currently trying to talk about.
She was also in While You Were Sleeping. She plays Midge, who I think is the mother of Bill Pullman's character in that movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, Stuart, it's fucking great, dude. That's a Christmas classic. So you'll
watch it at any time of the year.
Watch it fucking after you've watched Home for the Holidays.
Yeah, next
so
Christmas.
Watch Home for the Holidays and then watch While You're Sleeping.
Okay. So she steals her hair. Not the mom's hair. She steals a chunk of Madison's hair.
Yeah.
And takes it home, and then she sort of like tries to commune with her, but then sort of gets possessed by Madison. Mm-hmm. And this is where we get the best scene of the movie, which is I think she's starting to suspect something, leans into the light. Now she's Madison, your wife. And good. She looks like Madison and he throws her off of him. And then this is when Michelle Pfeiffer's character remembers the cheating. And that it was something she did know right before the accident. And then she forgot it because she was in the car accident.
She must have that accident. I feel like they're really downplaying the damage. Because
the exposition of the accident originally is just like a picture of the car for the insurance claim.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would love a little flashback.
Yeah. I mean, she also, I don't know if this is an effect on her memory, but she reveals in one of the therapy sessions that she's on Valium.
Yeah, just to sleep though.
So,
and he keeps being like, also when you're stressed, and she's like, no, just when I sleep.
Yeah. Well, she says like for anxiety, and then she's like for sleep. So I wonder if like, I don't know, does Valium?
I think the accident is the thing that caused the memory.
Yeah, that's true. But she must have been fucked up.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And she talks to Jody. She goes to stay with Jody that night, and she's sort of telling like, oh, I also was aware, but I was worried enough about you that I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, she saw Norman and Amber Valleta like in a cafe, and they were like arguing.
Like
she's
like a town like an hour away.
Right.
And then so she goes back home and finds Norman passed out with a hairdryer in the shower. And she asks if he has anything to do with it. And they sort of, at this point, think the ghost is trying to kill Norman. Claire goes down to the lake and then gets pulled into the lake by the ghost of Amber Valleta.
Mm-hmm.
And then Norman's like, we need to burn this hair you stole.
Yeah, and so this is kind of important. She is dragged down, and her hands go into the floor of the lake and sort of bring up this box.
Yes.
And then before she can sort of grab onto it and bring it up,
he pulls her out.
Yeah. And he says, we're fucking burning the shit out of this hair that you stole from fucking Nicole.
From the mom of the victim.
Yeah.
And it is like, I like in movies where the characters know they've been caught but don't know how much they've been caught.
Right.
So he's sort of slowly revealing like, oh, the affair happened, but like I don't know what happened to her when she's missing. And we slowly get more and more information. And so she goes down to the town. First they're on the lake sailing, and she's like, we should go to Adamant, which is the town nearby. And he's like, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
She's like, lie.
Yeah.
Because you've been there.
How does she, wait a minute, did we touch on how she knows about Adamant?
Jody,
yes, that's right. Yeah.
And then
because Jody saw them at the cafe in Adamant.
Yes. Yeah, and so she by herself goes down to the town and finds a matching jewelry box.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's looking around, and she's in the town, and sorry, go ahead.
And this is when she realizes that the key she previously found goes into the jewelry box. And that's when she finds Madison's necklace.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then so he sort of starts to come clean, and he's like, well, she came here and she took her own life
with pills,
and I didn't want to bring all of us in. You were still recovering from the accident.
Yeah.
So I put her in her car and pushed it into the lake.
That seems fucking way worse.
Yeah, just murder her. It's weirder to cover up someone's death.
She killed herself, and I didn't want to tell anyone. It's like, actually, you would probably be off the hook. And also, like, let's just say, like, straight people need to maybe open up relationships
just
more,
a little bit,
because I don't know, I feel like Jesus fucking Christ, like, listen, everyone has their own thing, whatever, but per this movie, straight people are not okay.
No, not well. They're not well, or they're also not okay.
Both.
Yes. And so she's like, okay, call the police, tell them what you know. We can move forward. I just can't have that girl's body be in our lake. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
And he's like, great. And he picks up the phone and he calls, and he's like, I'm going to go run a bath for you.
Yeah.
And then she picks up the phone and hits redial, and he called 411, not 911.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to be like, I think if he called 411 and confessed to hiding someone's body, they would call someone.
Yeah.
I want to.
He could have.
It's just Halle Berry's character from 911, from that movie where she plays a 911 operator.
Or no, what is it? It's like, fuck, what it's called,
Missing,
something like that.
It's like one word.
Yeah.
It's just her character, and that's why she became a 911 operator. She's like, I'm tired of people confessing to me on information. I'll just go to 911.
I'll just go to 911.
Yeah.
Enough, people.
But so he comes behind her, which is a really effective jump scare.
Yes.
And he uses the sedative on her and she gets away, but sort of like falls down the stairs.
He uses there's a lot of like foreshadowing in this movie. He uses a sedative that his he works in a lab, right? And his cohorts, or I'm not actually sure what they're called, but anyway, colleagues maybe are experimenting on mice, and they're using a paralytic.
Yeah.
And he subdues her with the same paralytic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look unsure.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what's next.
Yeah, so he subdues her with this paralytic, drags her up the stairs, and while he's dragging her up or carries her up the stairs, rather, he's kind of explaining to her that he ultimately did kill Amber Valleta because she was
going to tell the dean.
She was going to tell the dean that they were sleeping together and she was a student and he would get fired and he didn't want to give up his career and he didn't want to give up his marriage. And basically it was just him being like me. Yeah.
And he puts her in the bathtub and he's like, it was so cold when I was pretending to be electrocuted in the shower.
Yeah.
That was like the weird, like small admissions where I'm like, oh, that's creepy. Like, yeah, dude, I know you killed someone, but also you faked being electrocuted.
Yeah, his performance.
That's also why he turned down going to the hospital. He's like, I don't need, my heart's fine, I can tell you.
Yeah, this is so, and then he talks about like, after you're dead, I'm going to like, Caitlin and I are going to get our daughter, I guess, even though Caitlin's father is actually from Michelle's previous marriage.
Yeah.
In which
he's gone.
That husband died. But Harrison Ford is like, Caitlin and I are going to get so close and bond over your death and blah, blah, blah.
So weird.
It's really weird. But I will say, once again, the technical prowess on display in this scene is great because the camera's sort of moving over the bathtub. And
the tub's slowly filling.
The tub is slowly filling. She's paralyzed.
Yeah, and he's like, I think it's wearing off. I'm going to give you more drugs.
Yes.
And then he leans into her because he sees that she's still wearing Madison's necklace.
Yes.
And when he puts her body back down, Madison's corpse flashes, causing him to fall back, hit his head on the sink. It
is good, but like the CGI hasn't aged well. I feel like practical effects in this situation would have kind of maybe gone
especially
a long way.
For the face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, the car chase coming up is very CGI-y. But so he calls Jody. Before this, he calls Jody and is like, "Hey, we had a huge fight. Can you check in on Claire tomorrow? Because I'm gonna go spend the night at a hotel. I'm a little worried about what she's gonna do because of how bad our fight was. I don't think she's gonna die, but like we'll see.
She could
go check on her tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then so, he's fallen back. He sort of can't get up. She's able to use her toes to pull out the stopper.
Yes.
She's able to get the shower head, the cord on the shower head to turn off the water. Yeah. Because she's completely covered. Like for our Patreon subscribers, this is how a face looks when it's covered.
God, sir, thank you so much for that.
But like the tension of the bathtub filling and you can't move and it feels like a sleep paralysis. It's so good.
It feels very Hitchcockian. I feel like there's something it's very deliberately paced. It's really good. It's just a really good scene. It's maybe my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she's able to get out of the tub. She's trying to call the cops, but the phone line is still busy.
Mm-hmm.
She grabs a shard from the mirror to look around the corner to see if he's there. And she's able to get out of the house. She gets into the car with the boat attached to it.
Yes.
And is trying to use her cell phone, which has previously been established doesn't have cell reception until you cross the bridge back into the city.
Well, this is so good because as she it's just to kind of like rewind a little bit, Harrison Ford has managed to crawl down the stairs.
Yeah.
And he has like has a phone in his pocket and he's face down and she's like slowly pulling it out. The suspense is really almost unbearable. And he starts to move a little bit and she just grabs some keys and runs out the door and she thought she had the keys to her car. Actually, to your point, it's the keys to the truck with a boat.
Yeah.
And as she's driving out, we see the screen door shut. She sees in the side mirror the screen door, or no, not the screen door.
She doesn't see.
Rocking chair.
We see that
no, I think
movement. I don't think she sees.
Oh, okay.
So she thinks she's clear. We see the movement next to the door.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then we see as she's driving away, something fall off the boat. So we know that Harrison Ford is on the boat that she's towing behind.
I think it might be his shoe that falls off. Yeah.
A lot of shoes.
A lot of shoes in this movie. Yeah.
But so she gets to she drives onto the bridge and then stops as soon as she has cell reception so she can call. And then he pushes through the back window of the truck and attacks her.
Yeah. Stopping seems like a mistake.
Yeah. I don't want to like read her for her decision making.
Keep fucking driving.
Just keep driving.
I guess if you're really rattled, you could be like, let me take a breath.
Like, well, also like you don't want to call and like, I mean, this predates all the cell phone driving laws, but
yeah. Actually, you know what? She prioritized safety. She
was being responsible.
She said calling and talking on the phone while driving, not safe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna park and call. So good for you, actually, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. But in his attacking her, she hits the gas, drives off the bridge, out of the boat slip, into the water.
Yep.
And so they're sort of fighting in the water as the boat's sinking. It is sort of the thing you do in a movie where you do the same but escalate the tension. Where it's like previously it was her in a bathtub slowly drowning, and now it's them both in a car slowly going into a lake.
Oh yeah,
drowning.
Yeah.
So it takes what we just saw, immediately ups the stakes.
Yep.
But it is within the same realm, and I mean, this movie's all about water.
Yes.
It is all about water and reflections.
Huge movie for water and for Michelle Pfeiffer examining things.
Yes.
In some cases,
looking,
water.
Seeing, watching.
Huge movie for Michelle Pfeiffer examining water.
Huge movie for Michelle Pfeiffer.
Huge movie for Michelle Pfeiffer. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But so they're sinking and he keeps sort of like pushing her back and keeping her in the thing. And then Madison's body comes out of her car.
Yes.
And grabs him, pulling him to death.
Yeah.
Allowing Claire to get to safety.
Yeah, so we see like something breaks off from the boat. You might have literally just said this, but breaks off from the boat, punctures a car at the bottom of the lake, and it's Madison.
Yeah,
it's Madison. She floats up. Her body floats up from the fucking car and grabs Harrison and says, "You're coming with me.
You're coming down, Devo."
Sugar, she said, "Sugar, we're going down."
Sugar, we're going down swinging. Sugar, we're going down swimming.
And nice. And the CGI so Claire, is kind of okay here. I kind of am okay. This
CGI is innocent. As much as I brought up the water CGI is innocent. I think the corpse CGI is guilty, and I do think the car CGI is a little guilty.
Yeah, I think I will say this. Amber Valleta she's got a very sort of intense look about her that translates well to a ghost.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like there's something about her that's like striking. Well, she's a model, so she's like really striking to look at. She looks like Michelle Pfeiffer. And so I think
with green eyes.
With green eyes. And I think her face really works as a ghost.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm trying to say.
And then we see we're now in winter.
Yeah.
We see Claire leave a rose behind at Madison's grave.
Yeah.
And according to you, but I didn't see it, we see Madison's face in the snow.
Yeah, go back and watch. It's really subtle. Go back and watch it.
I actually bought this movie on iTunes.
Yeah.
Because you know when you go to rent a movie and it's $4 to rent or like $6 to buy.
Yep.
I fall for that every time.
Good for you. You know what?
I'm like, I'm going to watch this movie again.
Can I just tell you, I have the 4K pulled up on Amazon. Yikes! But I want to pull the trigger because I'm like, you know what? This movie fucking rules. I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah.
I bet it looks great in 4K. This is the 25th anniversary collector's edition. I'm not really
4K,
quite sure.
mama.
I'm not quite sure what that means. Transfer from original 35 millimeter.
Oh, so negative. It's fully restored.
Yep.
I bet you they improved some of the CGI.
I bet you did. I bet you're right. Approved by cinematographer Don Burgess. Fuck, I'm pulling the trigger, bitch.
Yeah,
this is a Shout Factory release.
Ooh, I like when they do things because
me too.
They actually do a good job usually. as you can see.
Yeah. Yeah, you're very much a Shout Factory supporter. Yes.
So that was What Lies Beneath.
And now we know what lies beneath.
We do. Amber Valleta.
Amber Valleta lies beneath.
But also it means a lot because he lies.
He lies. He lies beneath the beautiful domestic life that they have. Yeah. There's a bunch of rotted fucking lies.
Boy lies.
A bunch of boy fucking
man
lies.
We're not infantilizing him. And this has been What Lies Beneath. A lovely time with Michelle and Harrison. And before we send you on your way, we are going to thank our Sisters in Horror level Patreon subscribers. If you'd like to join and support the pod, please hop over to patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.
Yep.
You get early access, you get access to videos, you get some exclusive mini reviews, and on episodes without guests, we do thank our Sisters in Horror level subscribers.
Yes.
And yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, Erica Scrigg.
Yes, Jess Reinero. Thanks, girl.
Thank you, Quinn Lee.
AM parentheses demon mode. God, I love reading that every week. It's so thank you, AM demon mode.
Yeah, thank you for giving
AM devil parentheses demon mode. Devil emoji.
Yeah, thanks for giving Jesse the opportunity to say parentheses.
Yes, I love saying
thank you, Ray McDonald.
Thank you, James Henry II.
Thank you, Scott Smith Girding.
Kevin Woe, thank you.
And our newest sister in horror, thank you, Robert Fortunat. I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I think we're mutuals on Instagram, so if I am pronouncing your name wrong,
I'm not seeing
sign
an
in
R.
with the video chat.
So gotta say, I'm not seeing an R, so I'm gonna say Robert
Robert Fontenite.
Maybe.
I'm a little blind, and I saw that N as an R. So Robert Fontenite.
Robert Fontenot.
Robert,
let us
slide
know.
into my DMs with a voice memo and correct me, and I apologize, but we love our Sisters in Horror.
Yes, we do.
And next week we will be back with our Vertigo episode, continuing our season of The Hitch. And until then, bye.
Dun, dun.
This podcast has been presented and produced by Stuart Ross and Jesse Tebbett. Edited by Stuart Ross. All recording equipment provided by Photo Booth Productions. To support our podcast, join us at patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.